Hello and welcome to the Bithika show. I'm your host Bithika, and my goal is to bring you the best and the brightest of the Bengali community. In my quest to highlight the most talented young Canadian Bangladeshis, I did meet three sisters who give the words triple threat a whole new meaning. Their names are Janatul, Amina, and Parisha, and together they're Infinite Harmonics. Janatul, Amina, Parisha, it's a pleasure to meet you three.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So tell me, when did you start getting into music?
So around when we were like toddlers, maybe we were 2 or 3, we would just have fun with our keyboards. Our parents would bring us like the toy ones. And then as we got older, around 6 and 7, we picked up our actual instruments and started singing a little more. So I play the violin and flute currently.
And I play the piano and the clarinet as I got older.
Oh, very nice.
And then I started off with piano, but then I thought guitar is what I really like.
Okay.
So I started with guitar, and now I also play alto saxophone.
Oh, okay. So you each play multiple instruments.
Yeah.
That's talent. And the three of you sing as well, you mentioned?
Yeah, we all sing together.
Okay, so do you guys perform together?
Yeah,
Okay.
really often.
All right, so you are in a band. It's called Infinite Harmonics.
Yeah.
And who came up with that name?
We kind of all decided it. We were kind of confused of what we should call ourselves because we had multiple names when we were younger, developing as a group. And then we decided Infinite Harmonics fit because we wanted to play music as long as we could. And then harmonics, kind of like a harmony, which means, unity. We stick together as a group.
For sure. And so you are triplets.
Yeah.
Although people might not be able to guess that as soon as they see you. So what are people's reactions when they find out that you're triplets?
Well, they're really surprised at first because they always think we're just friends, and they get really happy because we have such a good bond together.
So forget about sisters. They think you're friends.
Yeah.
Okay, that's funny.
Yeah.
And are there any obstacles to the three of you performing since you're your family? I know I don't always get along with my siblings, let alone performing together. What's that like?
So definitely, like all siblings, we would perhaps fight a little bit, but that's not the biggest obstacle, I would say. Is that each of us have our own skill level, and sometimes it's difficult to find songs that fit all of us and have the same genre we all like and the same skill level that fits.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that's the biggest obstacle we find whenever we play music together.
For sure. So you are the oldest. Do you often use that against them?
Not that much, to be honest, but I think I'm more of a little more reserved and a little more stricter than them, so I suppose they listen to me anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you're the youngest,
Yeah.
So do you get pushed around a lot for being the youngest?
Yeah, I kind of do. They make a lot of jokes about me, but I let it slide.
It's only a few minutes.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's great. So seeing as how we're all Bangladeshi, do you guys actually perform Bengali music and represent the Bangladeshi culture at all?
Yeah, so actually every year there's a Boishaki Mela, and for that we learn 2 or 3 songs, and we play that every year. So, every year we have more and more Bengali songs added to our collection.
Okay.
And then we also have this multicultural festival in Kitchener. It's around in June, and on behalf of the Bengali community, we play a lot of Bengali songs and English songs to show both of our heritage.
Okay, that's good to know. And have you guys actually been to Bangladesh ever?
We don't go really often. The last time we came there, we were around 5 years old, and that's kind of why we want to have Bengali music in our genre of what we play as a group, because it's our culture and we don't want to forget about it.
For sure.
And so that's kind of music connecting us with
Good. So you
Bangladesh.
guys are passionate about Bengali music and
Yeah.
learning it?
Yeah.
It's super important to maintain our culture, especially because we are the young generation of Bangladeshis. And, if we don't maintain it, who will, right?
Right.
For sure. So so you don't really remember a whole lot about Bangladesh, but do you feel like you're in Bangladesh when you get to attend these Bengali events at all?
Yes, because all the Bangladeshis that are here, they have such a strong culture, and you wear salikomis and sharis and the jewelry. There's Bengali food. I love when I go to all these festivals and play for music because it feels like I am in Bangladesh.
Yeah, absolutely. I know whenever I attend these events, just with, like you said, with the food, the music, the amount of people, the
Yeah.
sheer number of Bengalis
Yeah.
that show
Yeah.
up to these programs, it just feels like you're in Bangladesh,
Yeah.
So what role do your parents play in your music?
So, like, you know, they're like the manager slash coach. My mother really like helps us with learning the Bengali songs. Like, she'll, if like the tune is not right or the melody's a little like wrong, she'll be like, oh, you know, gotta fix this part. And then my dad's like the support, like, you can do it, and he'll be there like recording us, telling us what to do, how to like stand, and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's really good. Okay, so apart from music, do you guys have any other hobbies that you're interested in?
Right now, not really, because we're in the IB program, so right now we're kind of focused towards that, but music is our escape. So
Okay.
That's what we keep.
So it's like an outlet for when you're feeling stressed.
Right.
Okay, that's good, because a lot of people, because they're taking music in school or something, it can actually be more stressful for them, but it's not like that for you three.
No, we enjoy it a lot.
Okay, that's awesome. So I know you mentioned you're in an IB program, and the three of you are going to grade 11 after the summer. So how do you balance such a stressful amount of school work along with performing?
Well, throughout high school, we've been in a lot of music programs or clubs, I guess, like bands and all those things. And like because of that, we kind of have the habit, and we figure out a way to fit in music into our schedule. As we said like previously, like music is our outlet, and so we, when we're stressed out, we'll play a bit of music, and just even for like 30 minutes, that's enough time for us. And so we constantly practice a lot. The weekends is sometimes when we have free time, so we spend a few hours maybe figuring out different music or just playing songs we played it previously. So when it comes to performances that we do throughout the year, it doesn't take much time.
Okay, yeah, because the actual performance itself, it's not that long. So within your free time, you're already practicing so that when it comes to game time, you're good to go.
Right, exactly.
Right? Okay, that's awesome. And how often do you guys actually sing when you're performing?
We sing, I'm pretty sure, like every single time we perform.
Okay,
so it's either solo or we try to get all three of us to sing as a group. Really depends.
Oh, so you perform solo as well?
Yes.
Okay, do you guys still go by infinite harmonics when you're performing solo?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's not just a triplet act, it's also individual.
Right.
Okay, so you are, after all, individuals, but you're also triplets. Do you guys have like some kind of, you know, triplet connection like we see in the Hindi movies, or is that a thing?
Not exactly, but I would just say like our emotion connection is really strong. So if one person's sad, we try to help them out, make them happy again.
Okay, so it's more of a support system.
Yeah, we kind of know when someone's down.
Because I did see that Salman Khan movie years ago, and every time one of them got punched, the other one felt it. So that's not that's so that's not real. So some things are, folks, only in the movies. So there's three of you, but you all perform together. What's the song selection process like, and how do you determine, you know, how do you pick up a song together as a group?
So first of all, we kind of sit together first. Like, what are we interested? What's kind of new right now and trending, or what we enjoy listening to? And then once we figure out a song, I kind of take that, and I'm kind of like the one that starts it off.
Okay.
So I'm very good with my ear when it comes to music. So I first figure it out on my keyboard. I figure out the notes, and then I give it to her because she's the one that usually plays the melody. She starts practicing on her own, and then after that, I figure out my chords to play and little things to make it more unique and just like what I would do and what fits with my personality. I give her the chords after. She practices, and then we kind of do our own thing for. Like, it only takes a day. It takes a few hours.
Wow,
and so once we kind of do that, we all go together. We figure it out part by part, and that's how it works.
Okay. So with the three different personalities, what was that like growing up? Triplets. People want to know.
Okay, so me and her, I guess, we're more like the fun ones. We like to joke around and stuff, and she's like the mother of the group.
Oh wow!
Very like serious, but like we also have fun with her too.
So that comes with being the oldest, I suppose.
Yeah, she has most
You're the mother of the group. Okay, and you two are the little rascals.
Yeah.
Okay, and how do you keep them in line?
Well, I just tell them like, be careful what you're doing, or like, you know, they're having fun. I'm just like, I'm a more reserved, but I just tell them like, just make sure whatever you're doing, like, it's okay, and just be careful. That's what I tell her most of the time.
Be careful.
careful,
Okay, yeah,
yeah.
you're right. You are the mother of the group. That's what my mom always tells me. So you guys have different tastes and whatnot. So what happens when the three of you are trying to determine where your family dinner is going to be? Who chooses?
It's either if we can't agree on something, that's when my parents come in. They're like, okay, it's usually the oldest gets to pick out.
Yeah. Okay.
They kind of resort to that when none of us can pick one. It's the
Okay.
oldest.
All right. So are you the favorite then?
Yeah, I would like to think so. I'm the favorite. I'm pretty sure that's like true to some extent.
Fair enough. So, aside from music and pursuing music as perhaps a side career, what do you guys aspire to be when you grow up, and what do you want to pursue in university?
So I'm planning to go into like law school. I want to do my undergrad in Carleton University, but the big picture I have in mind is to become maybe a member of parliament.
Wow, politics, very nice. Okay.
I want to bring like Bengalis into the forefront, like bring up a Bengali person into the parliament, probably. So, yeah.
Amazing, good. It's always good to dream big,
Yeah.
and definitely our community would gain a lot from you doing that. So I definitely wish you the best in that field. What about yourself, Amina?
I found myself really interested in the business aspect, and I'm also intrigued in like accounting and financing. And so I've decided that I would go towards either University of Toronto or Waterloo University. I found they had really great programs that I'm highly interested in.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
And yourself?
Well, my dad is a really complete computer whiz. He loves computers and technology, and he loves his job. So I just want to start going into that and see if I like it too. So I want to go into the software engineering program in Waterloo.
Okay.
Because it's one of the best in Canada.
For sure.
And it's a very competitive program, and I myself, like, I'm really competitive. So I think, like, that motivates me to try to get in.
Okay, that's good. So I'm glad you guys have sort of an idea of what you want to be as you get older. But I do hope you continue to pursue music. What advice would you give to someone else who wants to pursue music as a career maybe, or just even performing while they're in school or something like that?
So definitely the first thing I would say is to have patience, because, you know, music takes a long time. It doesn't happen in one day.
For sure.
And, like, just to keep going at it and, like, developing what you have and the skill sets you have. And you'll get better eventually.
Okay.
Yeah.
And anything specifically for someone performing in a group, perhaps?
I definitely feel like you shouldn't feel intimidated by others. You know, kind of focus on yourself, at the same time encourage the ones in your group to feel more confident, because you want to feel confident when you're performing. You want to,
For sure.
and when you're performing and you love music, you're gonna feel happy. So
Yeah,
go
for
it.
sure. So let's make our audience a little bit happy. Ladies, it was a pleasure meeting you. We're going to have them perform a little bit for us now, and I hope you, the audience, enjoy.
Thank you.